mug is for pretend.
This is a coffee type of day.
We're getting connected now. I'm gonna go ahead and start the timer, so we'll be a few seconds off.
Wait, does this look like it fits okay?
Does it look like what?
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still waiting for YouTube to get connected.
So it connects them all and then goes live with them all?
I have this live event is starting soon. As soon as each service connects.
Okay.
And once I see if they've all connected, then we'll transition to the
Great.
camera.
Perfect.
But the internet for everything today has been so slow. All right, and we're live in 5, 4, 3.
Good afternoon. We are back live at Cleveland State. It's time for episode 2 of Coffee with Cougar. Cougar is looking dapper, wearing a lovely hat today. Very spry, keeping out of the rain. Makes a lot of sense. And we are here today with Dr. Michelle Wollert. Doctor?
Hello there.
Welcome, welcome.
Hello there.
So, Doctor, why don't you tell us what your title is?
I am the coordinator for academic advising and transfer articulation, which that's a mouthful, I know.
So, wait, one more time? What is it? Wait, what?
Coordinator for academic advising and transfer articulation.
Well, you know what that means.
I do.
We're going to talk admissions. It's time to talk about admissions with the good doctor herself. Now, I hear that it's admissions month. Is that true?
Well, it's actually advising month.
Advising month.
Yes, and it started back October the 17th, and it goes through the end of this week, November 17th. And it's been a time that we're really trying to get students to hook up with their academic advisor.
Okay, so for those of you watching right now, if you're a student and you haven't connected with your academic advisor yet, the good doctor says that it's time. Also, if you have any questions, we're taking questions right now. You can just message us. We have a very fancy screen in front of us. Producer John is working very hard. He's doing his best to make sure we stay connected. So we'll actually see the questions in front of us as you ask. But why don't you start off by telling us, what's the role of an academic advisor? Tell everybody out there, what is this that they do for us?
Well, the academic advisor is there to help students to think about their career goals, number one, and then in their time here at Cleveland State, to help them think about what they want to major in order to get to those career goals. And then they develop an academic plan which divides out which classes they take each semester and gives them a roadmap to get through to where they're going next after they're here at Cleveland State, if it's to get a job or if it's to transfer on to a university.
Okay, so the academic advisor is a pretty important role in the life of a student. If you're not spending more time with your academic advisor, you should. That's what I'm hearing.
Yes.
Right.
And all of our advisors right now are faculty members, and so they should know something about the field that the student is going into to help them as they're making their plans.
All right, well, we're starting to get some questions. So how long should I expect to spend with my advisor?
Well, it depends on what is going on with the student. I know when students first start here at Cleveland State, the initial meeting with the advisor can be for about an hour to talk about what their goals are long term. Some of the meetings later on are not as long. Generally, it's kind of to check in with the advisor to see how things are going and if things need to be changed. The reason the initial meeting is a little bit longer is that's typically when the student's academic plan is developed.
Well, what if I'm the kind of student, I'm not saying I was this kind of student, but let's just say, hypothetically, I was the kind of student that wasn't really sure of everything right at the beginning. Let's say I don't really know what I want to do or what I want to be. What kind of role does the academic advisor play in my life, at that time, if I'm that kind of a student?
Well, the academic advisor can help talk you through some options. In fact, that was part of our thought behind dividing our majors up into career communities. So that if a student knows their general area they want to go in, then the advisor can help them look at the details between the different things. Another thing an advisor might do is to refer a student to our career counselor, where we've got some inventories that students can take, some questionnaires to help them think through their options.
Okay.
And then that information can go back to the academic advisor.
So if you don't know, if you're not really sure what it is that where you're headed, you meet with your academic advisor and they may help connect you with some other people to help you get a little bit of clarity, and clarity is always good. I think, when you agree, Cougar, the Cougar's in agreement. Cougar's in agreement. You can always, when the Cougar scratches his chin like that, that's basically the Cougar agreeing with everything I say. So look, I want to take a minute and talk about your mug. I feel like, so you knew before you came in, we always say to the people who come on the show, bring your favorite mug. Okay, so you brought your favorite mug, but you do know that our show is called Coffee with the Cougar, and I can't help but notice that your mug says something different. So tell me, why is this your favorite mug? What is it about this mug that makes you happy? And why you would come on the show so rebelliously with the mug?
Well, I do like coffee, and it's okay, but I really like tea.
Okay.
And I got to go to England a few years ago and have some true British tea. And that's what this mug reminds me of, the time I was in England. And I do often drink tea in it, although I also drink coffee in this mug. It's not a tea-only mug.
So what I'm hearing you is that you have happier memories with your British tea
Yes.
than with coffee.
Yes.
We're going to work on that. You know what's now, though? Now you have this coffee memory.
Yes.
And I feel like this coffee memory is maybe going to push your British. I mean, don't get me wrong. Going to England sounds wonderful, but being on the couch with the Cougar like this
Yes.
is a whole different level. We got another question. So Holly wants to know, what if someone needs to change their major? Can an advisor also help with this?
Yes, very much so. Of course, it's the process of thinking through what a student wants to have their major be, but there is a form in CougarNet that once the student has made that decision, the advisor can help the student to change their major. And then it takes our records off us usually 2 or 3 days to officially get it changed. But that's important for the student to do, to make sure they're in the right major
Sure.
for financial aid purposes, among other reasons.
Right, right. That sounds, so it's functional, but it's also like your life.
Yes.
Your life is important. Everyone watching this, your life is important.
Yes.
So I have a question about your life. So before you were, now you are in, everyone knows, if you don't know this, I'm going to explain this to the Cougar so Cougar understands. The more distinguished you are as a person, the further you go along in life, the longer your title gets. Now, you have a very long title, right? It's not short.
Right.
So you've been on this journey for a while, right, to now Grand Admiral of Advising. My question for you, and I think what everyone would want to know, is how did this become a passion area for you? Tell me in your own life, right? Because I have a sneaking suspicion that to get a title such as yours, this isn't just like a thing you just sort of do. There's passion behind this. What's your personal passion in this? What is the thing that you love about what you do?
Well, I guess my own story is I started out in a very different field and then came to education. And I think if I had had some advising at an earlier stage in my own academic career, that would have helped me.
Oh, snap. This just got real. See, if you had had the help of future you, then you would have become future you sooner.
It could have been.
That's amazing.
Yes.
We have now gotten into time travel on this very on this very show. Now, I have here's the next question. What if I don't know who my advisor is? Let's say I'm sitting there, I'm listening to you, I'm out there, I'm hoping future you finds me before future me, right? So that I can cut down on all this. And I want to make these decisions. I'm hearing the things that you're saying. These are good things. But I don't know who my advisor is. What am I going to do? How do I find this out?
Well, you can log into your CougarNet account, and
Okay.
it should be there on the home page, or if you are in DegreeWorks, the other
Okay.
package that helps you see where you are in your degree plan, the name of your advisor is there as well. If for some reason you do not see a name there, then you can check with the dean in the area that is your
Okay.
major.
So you can go to the dean. If you don't have, if you go to CougarNet and it's not there, if you go to DegreeWorks and it's not there, then see the dean. But understand, guys, like CougarNet is here to help you. DegreeWorks is here to help you, correct?
It is.
So go in there, check those things first. If you get in there and there's no advisor listed for you, right? We want to help you out, and so go see the dean, and the dean can help you figure out who you're. How many academic advisors do we have?
Well, that's all of our faculty members. So we have
So
a
everyone
little
is
over
helping with
70 faculty members right now.
Okay.
We are going to a new model next year where our success coaches will do some advising for new students.
Okay, awesome. I think we're going to have a coffee with the Cougar with some of our success coaches coming up soon, and we'll let you guys know when that one is. Now, Todd has a question. He wants to know, when is the deadline to register for spring?
All right. Well, spring classes start January the 14th, and we will let people register all the way up till when
Yikes.
classes start for the spring.
But that feels like it's like practically now.
Yes, yes. And the sooner a student registers, the more options there are for classes.
Okay.
Because as more people register, the less options a student has.
Right. I
And
heard like
so-
last semester, Cougar wanted to take advanced geometry, but ended up not even being able to take that class because he waited too long. And this is what I've been trying to tell you, Cougar, for a while, is you got to get this done. You have to register earlier than you've been registering. I didn't have any problem even getting into that class. It's fantastic. I got a B+, no big deal. But what I'm saying is, we could have been in class together, but you waited too long. And now people might try to wait till January the 14th, but they shouldn't. They need to do this now. So Cougar, what I'm trying to tell you is get registered now as quickly as you can. See your academic advisor as quickly as you can. Tell me about the advising pin. What is this magical thing?
Well, it is a number that the advisor will give to the student after they have met. It is just a number that says you have been advised.
Okay.
And so that we know you're on the right path
So
to
it
get
lets
toward
us
your degree.
internally know, hey, you've been advised, you've been given an advising pin, and now we know that you're going through the process. So I'm saying, Cougar, do you have your pin yet? Okay, not yet. That's what this means. When he points at me, it means he's listening to me. He knows what I'm saying is important, but he hasn't quite done it. I'm telling you, don't shuffle your paws on this, right? Don't take a long time, because the doctor here is telling you she's trying to help you out. I bet you haven't even been on CougarNet yet. You need, get on CougarNet first. And if you're not, then you need to go to the other website, Career Advisor. Did I get that right? What was it? DegreeWorks.
DegreeWorks, yes.
Sorry, not Career Advisor. I don't even know what that is. I made that website up. There is no Career Advisor. There is DegreeWorks.
DegreeWorks is within CougarNet. So.
Right. So listen, do that, Cougar, first, and then see your academic advisor, and then you'll get a pin. Maybe you can get back into geometry. So tell me, as we're starting to wind up, we've been here almost 15 minutes. I know, it's weird. Time flies when we're here. When you're with the Cougar, it's like time doesn't even exist, but it does. What else? If, let's say, we're talking to the students right now, we know they're out there, they're paying attention, you have the chance to talk to them. Anything else that we haven't covered that you feel like we need to talk about in their academic advising, things that you want them to know?
Well, I would just say to students, if you ever have a question and you're not sure where to start here on campus, your advisor is a great place to start because they know it's not something they can do directly, they know where to refer you so
Right.
that you can get the appropriate help on campus. Even though an advisor can do all kinds of things, they can still help you find the right place for things they don't do. They don't pay parking tickets and things like that, so they can help you with other things.
Awesome. Perfect. Well, I hope you understand that, Cougar. They're not going to help you with those parking tickets. He got like really excited for a minute. I don't know if you noticed as you're saying they could help you with all the things. Not all the things, but most of the things. Well, listen, Doctor, thank you for being here with us.
Well,
Dr.
thanks
Michelle
for having
Willard.
me. Thank you, Cougar.
Cougar,
Thank
thanks
you.
for being here. Drink your coffee. Until next time, we'll see you. I'm Rob Alderman. This has been Cleveland State Coffee with the Cougar, and we will see you next time. Awesome.